Welcome to the 23rd episode of the Mouska Bros podcast. Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm his brother Randy. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at the Mouska Bros. We will be releasing new episodes every Friday, so make sure you subscribe to get the latest podcast. If you have any suggestions for upcoming shows or just want to say hi, you can email us at mouskabrospodcast@gmail.com.
If you're planning your next Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, or Universal Orlando vacation, you're going to want to reach out to me, Ryan Noppinger, with Capture the Magic Vacations. You can reach me at ryan.noppinger@ctmvagent.com. This is a no-cost-to-you service to use me as your travel agent. I'll make sure you get the best vacation package or deal for your whole family. I can also help make dining reservations and plan fast passes to make planning your Disney vacation less stressful and more magical.
Next week, we're going to start a tour around the world. This will be a 3-part episode series where we journey through the countries at Epcot World Showcase. We'll start in Mexico and make our way around to Canada. Each episode will do about 3 to 4 countries, so get your passports ready because adventure is out there. On today's episode, we're going to talk about a practically perfect day at Magic Kingdom. Ryan and I were sitting and discussing, and we actually asked ourselves, what would be a perfect day at the Magic Kingdom? So we got to talking, and now we're here at the episode.
Now it's an episode.
So we kind of laid some ground rules, some barriers for us, where we're each going to pick 3 attractions, 3 foods, the food being 1 quick service, 1 table service, and 1 snack. We're going to pick 1 show, and that's going to include, the nighttime shows, parades, any daytime shows, 1 meet and greet experience, and 1 shopping experience. So, yeah.
Do you want to go first? You can name you want to start attractions?
Sure. I will start
Go
it
ahead.
off. So I just want to say that these attractions they're not in order in any way. Not 1 isn't more important than 3.
It's just 3 that you would do.
Yeah, it was just
in
like
your
the first
day.
3 that
Right.
came to my mind. I just
Right.
want to put that out there. So my first one would be Space Mountain.
Okay.
So my reason behind that is just because it is a different type of roller coaster. Since it is a space-themed indoor roller coaster, it being kind of playing with your senses, that it's completely dark, only with a couple flashes of lights from the galaxies on like the ceiling.
Right.
And the music that is playing too. It just puts you like in like a space feel.
Yeah, and the
science
roller
thing.
coaster feels old, so it definitely feels like nostalgic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Disneyland had the Matterhorn, and that attraction did really well. So then
Right.
they were like, "Oh snap! We need to do these type of thrill ride coasters." Thus, Space Mountain was born.
Yeah, same. Not the same layout, but the same track, the same
the
tubular track.
the same track system.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
And that's why it feels so old.
Yeah. Another reason that I picked this is because I feel to have a perfect day at Magic Kingdom, you need to do at least one of the mountains. Between Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and Space Mountain. I feel like you have to do one of those.
I'll agree with that. I'll say I do have a mountain on mine. However, it's not Space Mountain. I did want to put that, but I don't know. It's a hard discussion between all of the mountains. Like for me, at least, I didn't want to say, "Oh, well, my practically perfect day is for 3 attractions is all 3 mountains," because then it's like you're missing some of that nostalgia rides that we love so much.
But I feel like you have to have at least one mountain.
Yeah, totally.
Another big thing is the seating. The seating is very different from any type of roller coaster. I mean, other than the Matterhorn. But having you sit in a straight line. There's not a lot of roller coasters that are like that. They're either 2 across or 4 across with roller coasters. So, it being just 1 across is something that's really different. And it's always just a cool feeling. Like when you actually load into the car, you just get that like sense of excitement and enjoyment.
Yeah, not creeped out of if you're riding by yourself, who do I have to sit next to?
Yeah, but right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that was mine. My second one is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Love it.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? I think we always have this discussion.
I know. When you're saying like Pirates of the Caribbean, you're saying Caribbean. But if you're just talking about like
The Caribbean?
then
Yeah,
like
like that.
it's the Caribbean.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So I picked Pirates of the Caribbean just because of the overall storytelling of the ride. This is one of those rides that puts you into the story where everything is happening around you all of the time. The soundtrack, the music to the ride is just phenomenal because you can hear the tune anywhere and be like, oh yeah, like, well, that's Pirates of the Caribbean. Like that just puts you into it. So there's a lot of nostalgia behind it. I also like that there is, this beginning scene with all of these skeletons that kind of put you like at ease, almost like a spooky feeling. But then after the drop in darkness, you get this adventurous feeling. So it's just like the overall story of the ride is just really, really cool, and I really like it.
Definitely agree. I will say it is one of mine. I can touch a little bit later, but no, I think it definitely deserves a ride on, because the attraction inspired a movie franchise that then the movie re-inspired
the attraction.
The attraction, to update it with Captain Jack and Barbossa. So
and that doesn't happen a lot.
Right. Yeah. No, it's that.
It
speaks for itself.
Yeah, it means that Disney did something good.
And like another attraction on my list, it's in all of the Disney parks other than Hong Kong.
This is Pirates of the
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, Disneyland, Tokyo, Paris, and Shanghai.
Cool. Fun fact.
Anyway.
Another thing that I really like about the Pirates is in the queue line, the never-ending chess game. So when you get to the cellars and you look down, there's two skeletons who are playing chess.
The prison, yeah.
It is a never-ending chess game. It is set up to where no matter what the moves are, no one will ever win the chess game. Did you know that?
I did not know that, nor would I want to go down there.
Actually do it.
And actually do it, but...
There's actually, this is super off topic, there was an earthquake ago,
sometime.
I don't know, that actually knocked over the pieces and messed up the chess game. So the person who designed it originally, they actually called him back to go back down there. And he spent hours trying to figure out exactly how the pieces were set up to create this never-ending chess game.
Nobody had a picture they could look at?
No, nobody had. I know, nobody had a picture.
They didn't use glue the first time?
No.
I guess they figured if nobody's down there, why glue them? Because
Yeah, it's never going to move. There's no air movement. There's nothing.
I feel like you could throw like a quarter down then and just
like knock one over.
Not that I would want to, but I'm just...
And have you?
I'm just thinking out loud. Like, because Disney, I mean, they glue or super glue, tie down pretty much everything in the queues.
Yeah, I mean, like, they super glued their paint. They didn't even paint on in Toy Story Land.
Ouch.
Oh, that was a dig.
And it's not even too soon, because it's absolutely true.
So my third attraction that would make this a perfect day, I feel like you're gonna disagree with me, and I'm gonna have a little bit of pushback.
What is it? Let's see.
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Oh, what?
just hear me out. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
To me, it counts as an attraction because it runs every 15 minutes.
Yeah, totally attraction.
Okay, so we agree on that. So that's good. It has all of the Disney characters in it. It has main Disney characters that isn't the Fab Five. It has like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, another Disney movie that's in this show.
I mean, like, I get where you're going with it as far as getting kind of in the mood for like the Fantasyland type of feel, like the characters and all that. But PhilharMagic, like out of...
Yes, because it even has the Fab Five. It even has Mickey and Donald in it.
Yeah.
So And the pre-show before it is also funny. With like Goofy checking on the lights, and he hits like a switch, and all the lights flicker.
Oh man!
And it's funny. It just puts you in such a good mood.
You had everybody going. They were like, "Oh, Practically Perfect, yeah, Space Mountain and Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah, I'd be right along with you on your perfect day." And then you would just lose everybody.
I would be the only person in the theater
standing in line. You turn around after you grabbed your 3D glasses. You turn around, everybody ready to go, and there'd be nobody there.
But tell me. But you can't tell me, though, that Mickey's PhilharMagic isn't a must-do.
On a vacation, yes, I'm going to do it once. But if I had one day in the Magic Kingdom, I would bypass it.
I would pick this.
I mean, I can't tell you that you're wrong because, it's your Practically Perfect day. So
that's right. It's my opinion. I'm always right. I don't know that that's how it works. So that's mine. So it's Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Mickey's PhilharMagic. That are my 3 attractions in my Practically Perfect day.
Alrighty. So to move over to my 3 attractions, I can say without a doubt, PhilharMagic will not be it.
Oh, I thought
my day whatsoever.
Is it
not
like
even
is it
close.
number 4 and it like just didn't make it?
It's number like 50.
No, it's at least top 10. The Magic Kingdom.
I would walk to Epcot before I probably did PhilharMagic on a perfect day.
You're 100% wrong. You would not do that.
I would walk that.
No, you wouldn't.
Nope.
No, you sweat cutting the grass. I mean, I guess everyone does.
You
sweat going and getting the mail.
I don't even cut the grass.
And you still sweat.
That's the thing. I'm watching the other people work and sweat. Anyway, so to my 3 attractions, my first one's going to be Peter Pan. If that, no, kind of that nostalgia, classic type of feeling there with it. An original attraction to the park, which makes it an absolute classic to me. I think what makes this ride so interesting is that it's a rail suspended dark ride. And it's not like any of the other dark rides where you get in maybe a trackless car or any other car for that matter. Like Winnie the Pooh or, Haunted Mansion or even Ariel. It's just awesome. The ride originally opened in Disneyland in 1955. So then it came here. And then it's just always, there's always a wait for it. It's the longest line. Well, maybe not other than Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Oh, I was going to say Meeting Anna and Elsa.
No, because they're not even in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's right. They moved.
Yeah. So I think this is definitely one of my first ones because it's the longest wait time in Fantasyland, maybe other than the Mine Train. But again, just like Pirates, it's carried over onto the other parks. It's in Disneyland, it's in Tokyo, it's in Disneyland Paris, and it's in Shanghai. Same as Pirates.
I would disagree with you with this. Like Peter Pan's definitely, it was an absolute contender. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this definitely should be on my list. The thing is, though, for me personally, comparing it to the Disneyland version, where it's Disneyfied, there's so many special effects on the ride, and our version not having it makes it like a.
Now, I will say I do miss that, but since it's a classic attraction, this would probably be one of my first attractions on this day to kind of get my day moving.
Right.
The nostalgia part of the ride, if I think of the Magic Kingdom, I think of, to me, all the nostalgia with it, especially working there on Main Street. But, to me, this would set up my whole day as far as the classic Disney.
And I completely understand that. I mean, it does have great nostalgia to it. So
yeah. That's why I'm surprised you didn't have a dark ride. Because, to me, Magic Kingdom is like dark rides.
Technically, Pirates of the Caribbean is a dark ride.
Yes.
It is considered a
dark boat ride.
Yeah, dark boat ride.
I mean, and you have Space Mountain, so that's
which is also dark. In the dark.
Pitch black, basically.
No, but I understand what you're saying. But having the fantasy type of dark ride in there. Winnie the Pooh is, I think, considered like a dark ride.
Yes.
So I understand what you're saying with that.
So that's my first one, Peter Pan. My second one, just like on your list is Pirates of the Caribbean. Just who, again, I mean, not to
Who doesn't love it?
beat a dead horse, but who doesn't like pirates and who doesn't like Pirates of the Caribbean? I mean, at least I love pirates. Like, just without Pirates of the Caribbean, I like pirates, and not really what they stood for, but the idea of pirates is cool, and I guess I get that idea through Disney, liking pirates, and through this ride that just elevates that. I'm not going to go too much into it because, again, we've talked about it. We both agree we would have it in our practically perfect day. So I'll move on to my third one.
I have another fun fact about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tell me.
So
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here.
You are, actually. You should probably scoot back so you don't hurt yourself. Anyways, it was actually supposed to be a walkthrough. Did you know that?
Yes.
And then, do you know what ride inspired Disney to not make it a walkthrough?
Wasn't it Haunted Mansion?
No, it's a Small World. The idea of the boat ride did really well, so then he changed Pirates into a boat ride. All right, swinging right back to you for your third one.
So my third one, of course, is a mountain, and it's not space, nor do you get wet on it, so that only leaves Big Thunder Mountain.
7 Doors. That's a hill. That's not a mountain.
No, it is. So mine's Big Thunder. I absolutely love this roller coaster, especially because you can ride it either during the day. Well, I mean, you can ride it during the day or at night.
No, you get one choice.
But what I'm getting at is that it feels like two different rides during the day and at night, because I mean, it is the wildest ride in the wilderness. And as a fun fact for that, did you know Ben Franklin voices the safety announcements?
Okay, it's not Ben Franklin, everybody. Don't get excited.
No, it's not actually Benjamin Franklin, but it is the voice of Benjamin Franklin, the actor from the American Adventure Pavilion.
Yeah.
Which is also
another
cool.
fun fact.
As not really a fun fact, but a weird, interesting fun fact, that this ride helps with kidney stones. There was a paper published that found patients had passed kidney stones after riding Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Walt Disney World on vacation, including one who passed 3 different stones on 3 separate occasions.
Oh, no. I would just stop riding that ride.
So then after that, the doctor tested this result with Disney's permission with a 3D model of a kidney by riding the ride over 20 times. The study found nearly 70% of the time the kidney stone was passed, which...
I don't know what to do with this information now, but thank you.
No, I've heard about this, so and not that this doesn't counter why it's my favorite ride, because
well, hey, it's good for you, it's healthy for you, and it's fun.
If I ever have a kidney stone, I know where to go, and. It says also that different results vary depending on which row you were in, and the study also found that Space Mountain and Rock and Roller Coaster failed to cause the same result. So it's
off my list now. It's off my list. I can't do it anymore.
It's definitely something. I don't know. I had to bring it up.
Okay. Anyways, back to what we're actually talking about. Again, you have to have one of the mountains on a perfect day at Magic Kingdom. It's just...
I mean, that's what, when you think of Magic Kingdom, you like, for me at least, I think of Magic Kingdom, nostalgia, and then the mountains. Oh,
Absolutely.
That's where Space, Splash, and Big Thunder is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like they're the 3 main attractions for Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm sure you at least have a fast pass for one of them in your first, 3 for your day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So to sum it up, my perfect day attractions are Peter Pan, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
All right, so we're going to go over to food.
On to food now.
You want me to start this one again?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go with your quick service.
So my first quick service, I guess my only quick service because it's not my first one. Anyways, my quick service is the Be Our Guest Ballroom. This is just anybody who has been in this. We'll call it Beast Castle because
Be Our Guest restaurant, but more like, are you specifically saying specifically saying like you would like to eat in the ballroom, or just the whole restaurant overall?
No, just the whole
So it doesn't matter
restaurant,
where you sit necessarily.
Right.
Just okay.
No.
Okay.
Sorry to make that confusing. But yeah, it would be the Be Our Guest restaurant because anybody who's been inside, it's unbelievable. It takes your breath away. Being in the grand ballroom, the West Wing, and then the Castle Gallery to the right that has, pictures from different scenes. It has that 3D statue of them. It's absolutely incredible.
So I guess my question is now, what would you get? Either breakfast or lunch?
I would get lunch. I wouldn't get breakfast from there. Because it's lunch. And I wouldn't do dinner because dinner is a table service.
Correct.
So yes, that's a good question. So I would do it just for lunch. Okay. Because at lunch, Katie, my fiance, who is actually 1 year from today, it's the 25th. So this episode comes out the 26th.
Yes.
So 1 year. It's cute. Anyway, so she
you can care.
Yeah, sometimes. She has said that, the Be Our Guest restaurant has the best turkey sandwich that she's ever had. She doesn't get, when she gets sandwiches, she gets very plain sandwiches. She gets like turkey and cheese and bread. Like that's her sandwich.
Just like me.
That's gross. But she said that at anywhere she's had, not even in Disney, just like in general, like this is the best turkey sandwich. So,
do you have anything else about the quick serve, or we can keep going? Because not funny enough, but it's mine also. Yeah. Hands down, when I think of quick services, thinking of other quick services in the Magic Kingdom. Yes, you have Casey's, and I will say after working on Main Street and bussing the tables at Casey's, I almost never, ever want to eat Casey's unless I'm absolutely craving a hot dog.
Unless you're crawling on the ground.
Yeah, then I will eat at Casey's. Cosmic Rays, hit or miss.
Yeah, it's a good quick service, but on a perfect day, I wouldn't want to go to Cosmic Rays.
Yeah, totally agree. Like if I can't get a reservation, maybe at Be Our Guest, Cosmic Rays is
just like a decision,
is a choice. Yeah. Pecos Bill, since they switched, I don't think we've eaten there since they switched to like the Chipotle kind of type style of a quick service. So we haven't tried there. Really any other quick services. We know there's a couple more, but the ones that stick out absolutely top of my list, like I said, is Be Our Guest. I don't know if I would actually pick breakfast or lunch at either of them. I like breakfast more, so I feel like for this, I'd probably go breakfast, even though we're just talking about the restaurant as a whole to pick, so it doesn't matter really if we went breakfast or lunch. We're not getting into those type of details. But I guess that is a thing to bring up, that there is a quick service for breakfast and lunch. Breakfast is from 8 a.m. to 10:30, and lunch is 11 to 2:30. I like the breakfast. I usually get a coffee and then an orange juice, even though you pay for only one drink, and but it's self-service, the drinks. It's not like they give you a cup, so it's kind of on.
So you steal?
It's on the honor system.
You steal?
No.
So you're not honorable, is what you're saying.
I'm not. Anyway, it's water in the cup. But not only do you get your breakfast, which I get the Feast à la Gaston, which is basically just your basic bacon, egg, sausage, potatoes, but you also get an assorted pastry plate. Not that you could enjoy that because
#celiacs.
Gluten-free. But no, yeah. No, yeah. That's my phrase. Right. That's gonna be on a t-shirt. No, yeah. And it's cool. I will bring up too. There's two ways to order. You can order ahead, which is if you have a reservation, which is strongly recommended, and you can make those reservations 180 days out.
Shout out travel agent.
Shout out if you need help making that reservation. Let me know. But you can order ahead if you have a reservation up to 30 days in advance. So if you're 30 days out, you can pick what you want to eat 30 days from now, which is hard to imagine, but we've done it. Or you can, if they do have a reservation, you kind of just walk up and then you pick what you want from a touchscreen and pay. And then you basically, for either of these, you just go and sit and they come and find you.
So it's like a quick service, but it's like kind of not.
It's the step up of quick service. Yeah. And that's why reservations are very, very strongly recommended, because if you go on a trip 2 months from now in June, the odds of you getting a reservation are slim unless someone cancels. I will say on me and my wife's honeymoon, was it the honeymoon or the year trip? Oh gosh, right after this she's going to tell it was the year trip. Well, anyway, it was one.
Glad you remember.
It was one of the. It's because we go so much that they all kind of just blend together.
Oh,
that's my excuse. Anyway, so we had a reservation for lunch one time, and then towards the end of our trip, we were like, well, we'd really like to eat up, be our guest, and well, let's just walk up and just see if they have any reservations. Which you can do, but the odds again of them having anything open, very slim. So we walk up, and she's like, yeah, sorry. The customer's like, yeah, sorry. We don't have anything open. We're like, oh, we were just seeing. It's our last trip for the honeymoon, our last day for the honeymoon, and we just wanted to see. And she was like, hold on a second, and then she turns back around and hands us 2 menus, and she's like, oh, keep down to the left, and lets us walk in with no reservations, and they weren't taking necessarily like walk ups at the time, but she was like, yeah, just go ahead. So, a nice magical moment.
So I'm going to use that excuse now every time it's just me and Katie. We're like, oh, it's our honeymoon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's our last day.
It's our last day. Sorry. We were really hoping the lady's going to be like, sir, this is your 17th time today. You can't keep using that excuse.
You can't keep using that. You were just here for breakfast. You can't do that for lunch, too. There is a switch. So that was a quick service for me. We both kind of agreed. What would be your table service?
So my table service is a place that I have not eaten at. Or if I had, it's been like forever, but I don't think we've ever eaten there.
Probably since we were kids, and I'm guessing it's going to be in a castle.
Maybe. Yeah, so it is a Cinderella's Royal Table, which is located in Cinderella's castle. So Katie and I are doing it. We're gonna do this for our honeymoon. Hopefully, our travel agent, shout out, can book us this reservation, because it's a hard reservation to get.
It is. You need to book it as soon as the 180-day mark comes out, which is crazy to think about, that a place this popular, but it is the place to eat in the Magic Kingdom. If you can get it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even a signature dining, so it's 2 dining meals on the plan. The inside is just beautiful. Looking at pictures, it has these soaring ceilings. There's warm wood trim everywhere that just gives you this elegant feel. And the best part is the giant glass windows that are there that just overlooks Fantasyland. So not only do you get to eat in the castle, in Magic Kingdom, you have this beautiful view looking out into Magic Kingdom, which is just incredible. You can do that at other restaurants. Crystal Palace has, they have windows, but to be on the second story and looking out over top of, it's just, I'm excited.
Really, you're on like the 3rd story.
Oh, yeah. So technically... okay, anyway.
The tunnels actually count as the 1st level.
Okay.
And then Magic Kingdom sits on the 2nd level, so then you're even higher.
Right, yeah.
Anyway,
okay, back to what I was talking about. That's more important. No. I will say that after looking at the menu, this definitely does not seem worth it for breakfast. So this would definitely be a lunch or dinner option. They have a lot of beef dishes, which makes me a little nervous. Because it's Disney, but it's like still an amusement park. But at the same time, it's Disney. We went to a steakhouse at the Yacht and Beach Club, and it was the best steak I think I've ever eaten. It was the best meal that I've had in a long time. So
isn't
I guess it didn't worry.
Isn't the Cinderella? Isn't it like a flat? If you're not on the dining plan, which it's still the same thing, but isn't it a flat rate? And you just get like a list of entrees, like 6 or 10 entrees that you get.
Deborah, can you look that up, please? I'm going to put that on
fact check that.
Deborah's desk. I told her to look at that before this episode.
I think it is where you pay. Let's say your dinner is your $50, and then you get
whatever.
It's probably more than that, but
you get whatever out of the
whatever entrees you want, and then I think you pick a dessert. So it's kind of like,
yeah. The best part about this too is that it is actually a character dining. You have not all of, but you have the princesses there, like Cinderella, Jasmine. I think Mary Poppins is there too. No, that's in Norway. Yeah, she's at Norway.
Okay.
Fun fact. Anyway, so Mary Poppins is not there, but yeah, a bunch of princesses. They also have a really cool dessert, which is the Clock Strikes 12 dessert. It is actually just like a mousse cake with cookie on top, but they make it look like a clock that it's just striking 12 because Cinderella needs to rush off. So it's a cool like throwback to the movie, I guess.
When she walks around and looks at the dessert plates, do you think she panics?
And like throws a shoe across the room. I gotta go. Takes her shoes off. She throws it in her room. You're like, ow, my head. Disney. Anyway, so that's my table service. Ryan, what is your table service?
So, full disclosure here. I don't know why I blanked in my head, but I completely forgot that this was a place to eat.
Okay.
Yours.
Yes. Okay. Cinderella's royal table.
Yep. Completely forgot. Well, but with that being said, I think I would still go with mine, even though because I might think it's a little overrated.
No, you don't. You're just saying that just to make yourself feel better about your pick.
Like, yes, for a special occasion, for your honeymoon, absolutely. But if you're just going on a vacation, and I guess since I don't have kids yet, you know, it's not like oh my gosh, I have to get it. But it, just kind of, I don't know. It just seems, I guess, pricey for what you're getting.
Okay, now that you've talked me down a bunch, what is your pick?
My pick is Skipper Canteen in Adventureland. Which I really, really enjoy about this restaurant is it is the same, if not based on the legacy of the Jungle Cruise. So an attraction that now inspired a restaurant, which is awesome. So I do enjoy the attraction, which I was going to put it on. If there was a fourth attraction on my perfect day, Jungle Cruise would be on it because I do like to, like if I have a dinner, reservation for Skipper Canteen, I do like to set up a fast pass. If the line isn't that long, do Jungle Cruise and then go and eat Skipper Canteen, just because it's
vice versa.
Vice versa, because there's not many experiences like that you can set up that way in even Disney World altogether, where the ride is also themed, where you can
go
dine,
do the Country Bears and then go to Pecos Bills.
Yeah.
They're both in the country.
Walking around.
Yeah. Anyway.
That would be terrifying.
Just people in bear costumes.
They walk around anyway.
All right. Anyways.
So back to Skipper Canteen. I really, really enjoy this restaurant. It's a quiz. It has Asian, South American, and African kind of cuisine with it. I really enjoy the taste like chicken here because it is, and that's the name of the dish. Tastes like chicken because it is. Anyway,
see, I'm laughing just as much as I would on the Jungle Cruise.
But again, that's why one of the reasons why I really, really like it. And I'll say, so there's this like big elephant like sculpture. Like there's a balcony above the restaurant that like you would imagine skippers walking into the offices for boats and things of that nature, and there's this elephant sculpture up there. Well, as soon as you're walking to the table, the waiter's like, "Oh, I'd like to point out the elephant in the room," and then he points to the elephant in the room.
All right, that one got me. That one got a smile on my face.
It's just fun, and it's that kind of off-call humor that
just
I
like
guess,
all the bad puns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to show." I'm trying to think of the other one, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to show you, all the high points in the room." And he's like, "Oh, that's one there," and they're like, he's pointing just to the high
Right,
points
just to, like, the
in
ceiling.
the room, and I'm looking like, oh, what? Oh, it's literally just a high point, but it's funny.
I'm sure you were all into it.
And I think it's more funny because you go on the Jungle Cruise so much that the jokes are like, oh, people take it for granted, and you just know all of these puns for the Jungle Cruise, which makes me love it even more. So just it have a fresh take on humor, and now, I get to eat while I'm there. I'm down. And I guess that's why I didn't put Jungle Cruise on my attractions list, because I still get that feel for Jungle Cruise eating at Skipper Canteen. So it's like an attraction in itself, which I thoroughly enjoy. And then for dessert, they have a coconut bar with pineapple, basil compote, and vanilla cream, which they call a stick of butter, because it looks like a stick of butter, and it's very, very tasty. I
think we've had our family do the Practically Perfect. I think our mother would probably put Jungle Cruise as number 1 for her attractions.
That's complete sarcasm. And this restaurant,
she gets mad at everybody whenever we do this attraction.
I don't think she hasn't eaten here yet at the Skipper Canteen.
Yeah, I don't think she will. I don't think she will.
We might have to.
Yeah,
have to make that a thing.
Probably not. All right, so let's move on to the snack. For the snack, we're just going to talk about the snack itself, because there's just so many little carts and whatever. So we're not going to really talk about the carts. We're just going to talk about the snacks.
Yeah.
I'll kick it off. I will say this is probably an illegal move. I have a tie. So I actually have 2 snacks. I couldn't decide. Maybe you can help me decide.
Let's see what you got.
So my first one is Dole Whip. The reasoning behind that is because it's Dole Whip.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much more to say about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you like have to have when you're in the Magic Kingdom at least once. And the other is the Gaston's cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern.
Okay.
That cinnamon roll is so fluffy, and the
buttery flaky crust.
Like I can't think of what it's called right now. But like
just say it.
Like the cream. Like the
icing?
icing. I couldn't think of icing.
Dressing.
The cream.
Like it's a salad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but the icing on it, it's just pristine.
Well, if I help you make your decision, I will say that my snack is the Dole Whip. And I guess for me, I'm more between Dole Whip and the Dole Whip float, because the Dole Whip float is a Dole Whip that, like the ice cream pineapple swirl in pineapple juice.
Right.
And it's $5.99 rather than $4.99. So if you're using a snack credit, definitely go with the Dole Whip float in that scenario.
You get more bang for your buck.
Exactly.
I like it.
But for you, I will say I would go gluten-free friendly.
Yeah, right. So Dole Whip would be
and push you more towards
would be the choice.
The Dole
I think
Whip.
because I think like when we go, we all get food. We all get our own individual thing, but then we all share it. So I think with the cinnamon roll, like I'll have like a bite. Like I couldn't eat a whole cinnamon roll. My day would be over before it even began. So, all right, let's go in Dole Whip.
Yeah, mine's Dole Whip too. It's just a Magic Kingdom. It's one of those nostalgia Magic Kingdom items that you think Magic Kingdom, a snack in Magic Kingdom. Oh, Dole Whip, and it's very, very popular throughout. Basically, I mean, not even Disney World, but it's in Disneyland. They even now have it at the Polynesian Resort, so it's growing. There's some recipes out there that you can make it at home. My hot tip for getting
a tip by Ryan coming at you in 3, 2, 1.
For getting, you didn't have to count.
Oh, I was trying to set up a segment.
Anywho, so my hot tip is the stand for this. It usually has a long line,
super long,
but you can mobile order it. I have mobile ordered it when the line is very long, and I've gotten it before I would have gotten it standing in line. I've gotten it before somebody that was next waiting to order and pay then I did it. And now what's great is that if you order it through your phone through the Disney app, you can now use your Snap credits to order it.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So it just makes it that much more
You don't gotta wait in
convenient,
line. Yeah.
and you don't have to wait in line, and you get it that much faster. So that's my hot tip.
And this has been a hot tip from Ryan.
Bow, bow, bow.
See, it's a segment.
It is a segment.
All right. So let's move on to the show. So the show is going to include any nighttime shows, parades, or daytime shows because, I don't know, we had to include
something.
Yeah, something.
To make the day full.
Because with nighttime shows, you almost are always going to pick a nighttime show.
Yeah.
But, we didn't want to, and okay. Let's just go to show.
I can't imagine if your show's not the same as my show.
Okay.
We might have an issue.
You want to just say it at the same time?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
3, 2, 1.
Happy
Dapper
ever
Dans.
What?
Oh, what? No? Yeah, no, it's Happily Ever After.
Okay. I was trying to think of something different too.
So my reasonings, I will say that Magic Kingdom is full of a lot of good shows. So it was kind of hard to pick. It's not full of a lot of good parades. Actually, at nighttime parades, I should have said.
Yeah, but there's no nighttime parade.
That was the
currently.
joke. So it really wasn't funny because I messed the joke up.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna end this episode here. If you enjoyed this episode, we're not. So it was definitely really hard to pick, but it's just there's just something about seeing fireworks over Cinderella's castle that is just
iconic.
They use that in commercials. Like that is what Disney is seeing the fireworks and music. And not seeing the music, but hearing the music over at the castle. It is completely better than Wishes, I feel, because maybe that's because Wishes didn't have better technology at the time. So better technology equals a better show with the projection mapping on the castle that makes it look like it's alive. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I will totally agree with you. Of course, mine, like I said, is also Happily Ever After. It did come after Wishes, which really Wishes is kind of, or was, everybody really, really enjoyed Wishes. And then when they said, oh, we're going to get rid of Wishes and replace it with Happily Ever After, there was kind of like, wait, what?
Whoa, hold on.
Now, since Happily Ever After has come out and it's ran for maybe a couple years now, it's definitely, in my opinion, better than Wishes. It took Wishes and made it better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. I still like that it has the elements of Wishes with fireworks and the castle, but also keeping Tinkerbell. And I really like the change that, Wishes had Tinkerbell in the very beginning, but Tinkerbell's at the end. So to me,
it's all that build up.
It's the build up to seeing Tinkerbell fly. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. And not only, do they have the classic, iconic Disney classic tunes from, like Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and Hunchback, but now they've also made a new song with two pretty famous artists.
Yes.
And that's its own track. And I've listened to just the Happily Ever After track, and it was actually during our wedding reception. It was like we played it as the last song right before we went,
right,
before everything ended. So
here's a little
awesome.
Sneak peek of our wedding. We're actually going to use that song too, but it's instead of our last song, we're going to be our first song because it's now our Happily Ever After. I mean, you can't like eat and drink and party and then say it's your Happily Ever After. Jeez, guys.
Wow. I guess we messed up.
Jeez, you don't know how to be married.
We'll have to do it all over again.
Just Amanda.
Another party.
All right. So let's move on to the meet and greet.
Yep, go ahead.
I will take this off. So we wanted to do, we said a meet and greet experience because there's a lot of times that you can wait in line and meet multiple characters or just wait in line and meet one character. But so that's why we just wanted to say experience. So mine is the Circus Stars at Pete's Silly Sideshow, which is located in Toontown. or Mickey's Toontown in the back. Yeah.
What?
Isn't it Toontown?
Storybook Circus.
Storybook Circus. I think
It was.
That's
You were thinking way
Disneyland.
back.
Oh, I'm old. I'm not. So I will say for this is to definitely go at night. And why, you might ask?
Why?
I don't know. No, because you get there's almost no one there at night. Once the sun goes down, a lot of the little kiddies, they get tired and cranky, so then they go and hang out at the hotel with their parents, of course, not just the little kids. That'd be funny, just a hotel, just all little kids. Anyways, after the sun goes down, there's almost no one there, but this stays open, so you get that really good one-on-one experience rather than just like a hug and a wave, picture, and then it's done. You can actually interact with the characters. Me and my fiance one time, it was just me and her, and we actually went there to meet the characters. There was no one there. We walked in and got to meet with the characters. While we were taking pictures with characters, the photographers were, interacting with the characters, and the characters brought other characters to interact with. So, who it features is Donald Duck as the outstanding Donido. Goofy as the Great Goofini, Pluto as Pluto the Wonder Pup, and Daisy Fortunato. I probably said that wrong. I probably said them all wrong, but it's fine. So you don't get Mickey or Minnie with this experience, but you get that one-on-one action that, it's magical for what it is. So that's my meet and greet.
So, you see, when I thought we were doing the meet and greet, I thought it was just like one character experience, not like the whole thing.
But but that's what the experience is the whole silly sideshow.
But like you wait in one line and you meet one character, and then you have to wait in the line.
You meet, so there's two lines. So they're split in two. So you wait in one line to meet two characters.
Okay.
And the other line, two characters.
Just like the princesses then.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, in general, it would be the silly sideshow at night, having that one-on-one interaction.
Okay.
What is your meet and greet?
So I'll say for my meet and greet is actually going to be Mickey and Minnie at Town Square Theater. And what? Minnie and Mickey together? So Minnie was at the Silly Sideshow.
Yes.
And now, since the whole 90th celebration of Mickey, she has joined Mickey in the Town Square Theater for this celebration. So not only is it now Mickey and Minnie, but now they're in their kind of like surprise celebration festive outfits. And that goes through what's now, of course, through September 30th, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So that would be mine, mainly because it's now a limited time experience now, and you get to meet Mickey and Minnie kind of together in these
special limited time costumes.
I want to say birthday outfits, but
that's not the type. That's not the right outfit.
Not that kind.
Well,
of
no, you could say
outfit.
birthday outfit, but if you say birthday suit, well, that's.
But Mickey is in a suit.
Oh, right. Anyways,
I need to ask somebody.
Deborah, can you get that down?
I feel
Deborah?
like I'm gonna need my mom in here to explain that. So it's funny because while reading this, it says that Disney says it's a once in a mouse time opportunity.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. They should go join the Jungle Cruise.
You would almost say it's a Mouska time.
Okay.
Mouska bro opportunity.
Okay, just continue.
Well, anyway, that's my character experience meet and greet, is to meet Mickey and Minnie in their celebration birthday.
All right, so moving on to the last thing, which is the shopping experience. Mine would be the Emporium on Main Street. Couple reasons. I really like how it is split into departments, so you get this World of Disney feel where everything is just kind of split up instead of just in like one big room or a couple rooms, then it's all mixed together. That there is actually separation between them. It's a fantastic location. I mean, it's on Main Street. It's one of the first things you can do or one of the last things you can do in your day. So it's super easy to get to. You don't have to go out of your way. And if you have seen something in Magic Kingdom that you want to buy, it's going to be in the Emporium. Almost anything there is in. Almost anything in Magic Kingdom is in the Emporium. So it's just a great location for it. Ryan, what would your last one be?
My shopping experience, I wanted to say Emporium, but I feel like that's an easy kind of go-to. Not that
I disagree with that phrase. It's an easy go-to because it's a good store.
But it's also the biggest. So I just didn't want to, I know. I
just wanted to be different.
Pick the biggest store in each park, because then we'd just be both agreeing with both of them. And
I know how much you hate agreeing with your own Mouska brother.
I know.
She's like the Mouska bro thing. All right.
Yeah, fine.
Anyway.
Moving on. So my shopping experience is the Frontier Trading Post. And I say that and when I started to think about it more, the Emporium does sell pins, but it doesn't sell your limited edition pins.
Okay.
And things of that nature, more the special pins.
Right.
You can also buy magic bands here, which they also have then the limited release magic band, limited edition magic bands, just as the pins. And then you can also pin trade. It's the biggest pin trading kind of board that you can trade within the park. So it's kind of essential to all of pin trading. And me, myself, I love trading pins. I love collecting, Disney pins. I've been collecting them now for forever.
Absolutely.
Really, actually, since they started. They used to have, completely off topic, when at the time Downtown Disney had their pin shop, and it was Build-A-Pin. That's how long ago I've been collecting and trading pins. So yeah, that's why I picked this shop, because if I'm, practically perfect day, I just don't want any kind of Magic Kingdom souvenir. I want a limited edition pin to kind of sum it all up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I guess that was kind of my thinking around the Emporium.
It's not the store that you're going to. It's what they're selling.
Exactly.
Is the reason.
Yeah. Because, again, I can get the biggest thing at any of the stores, or I guess any of the bigger stores are going to have anything you want.
I mean, but I disagree with that. Just because you see it in the Emporium doesn't mean you're going to see it in Disney Springs, World of Disney.
No, I mean,
they I'm not saying that everything in the Emporium. They obviously have cross stuff, even in stores in the same park, right? They'll sell the same thing, multiple. But just because you see it in a park doesn't mean it's going to be in World of Disney.
No, definitely not. And I guess that's where my whole thing for the shops, and will be for the shops, is where can I get a limited edition, limited release, that special commemorative item to wrap up my practically perfect day.
Right.
Is what I'll stick with.
All right.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review, as it helps us improve the show. And as always, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.